Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am good.
We are the History Buffoons.
Yes, we are.
I am Bradley.
I am Kate.
Why are we talking like robots all of a sudden?
Because you started it.
Maybe because AI is taking over.
Are you AI now?
That'd be a lot smarter if I was.
Yeah, you would.
That's what AI would say.
Oh, hey, this is Audra.
Oh, Audra. That's what AI would say. That's so true. But yeah, alas, I'm still a buffoon.
Yes.
So welcome to History Buffoons. This is our part
3?
plus?
Maybe?
Question mark?
We don't
We'll
know.
see how far this goes. So we are doing now our last 2 episodes were the Dyatlov, however you want to say it, Pass incident, like the
story and the facts.
the facts and whatnot. And now we're going to get into the weird, wild theories that people have come up with as to why they all died.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Got that right?
So
Okay.
if you have not listened to the first 2 episodes, what
Part
were they
1, part
called?
2.
Textbook, Labaz,
Wow, we almost said that all in unison. That was pretty good.
and Tale of the 9 Yearies.
Yes, and thank you for that title. That was from you.
You're so welcome.
Yes. So if you have not listened to the first 2 episodes, go back and listen.
Because there's a lot of information. I know,
Yeah.
being a person who didn't know much about this story, I certainly learned a lot
Yeah.
and have a lot of questions as to what the fuck happened, of course. Yeah, a lot of information, a lot of shit, a lot of speculation. But we'll get into that now. More in deep with that
Yeah.
now. So
And our friend Audra is back again. So
we
This
don't need to
is-
sing Shady again. We did that on the last episode.
We did.
Well,
So-
now I'm going to... Oops, I just touched the camera with my foot.
Could you not
What?
do that? I'd appreciate that. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so quick recap.
Yeah,
We're in 1959.
sure are.
9 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute
Yep.
went through the Ural Mountains.
Yep.
And they did not turn up where they were supposed to. And it turns out they were found all dead, some by hyperthermia, some by unknown circumstances.
Yes.
And we're going to kind of get into the theories of what the heck happened.
So I know you know a lot of the theories. Obviously, you've researched a lot of the theories. I don't know pretty much any of the theories except for one, which is every theory for everything. But is there like more popular theories that you have that you're going to go through, or are you just going to kind of, because you said there's like 72 of them,
Yeah.
and we're going to go through like 8 of them?
Yes.
Right. So are these like the 8 most popular theories?
So at least 4 of them are popular. 2 of them are
out there?
super out there.
Right.
But we're going to talk about all of them because they're all interesting.
Well, they better be.
Yeah.
Or why
But
would we talk about them?
I do have a question for you both first.
Okay.
And I also have an answer if you want to
Whoa.
know my
She does
opinion.
have an answer. I do.
But so Bradley's,
Yeah.
because you are fairly new to this case, what facts about the case kind of have stood out for you as like being interesting to you?
Well, I mean,
Same question for you, so you think about it.
I'm on the spot. You get
Yeah.
time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys are just so polite to me.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. I think one of the biggest things is the tent being supposedly cut from the inside, obviously, because, they were in a hurry to get out. Avalanches will do that to you. But I don't know. It's just the fact that they were so often where they were supposed to be as well is kind of interesting because of that.
Like they weren't near their tent.
They weren't near their tent. They weren't even, their tent wasn't where it was really supposed to be.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they altered their shit quite a bit, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So those kind of stand out to me just because, like, if they're so experienced, why was that such a, I don't know, a thing for them?
Yeah.
But then, of course, why were they so far, and so on. So, and why did some people have socks on, some people didn't? I mean, because you're curious, because, like, obviously they had to leave in a hurry. So, and just the why, I guess. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. The cutting from inside the tent is
The big one.
yeah. So,
What about you?
Thank you so much for this question.
Without going into theories.
Yeah.
So,
no theories
not to go
yet.
into theories, but I think like what really grabbed my attention about this when I first heard about it was one, the astronomical number of fucking theories.
Yeah, that's insane.
72 is a lot.
Yeah. Two, the background that everyone brought to the table, I find super interesting because, as I said earlier, I nerd out on these fucking theories.
Right.
Like all 72 of them. So
jeez.
I'll spare you guys. But
Well, you did mention
yeah.
you possibly might bring up 4 other ones.
I might.
So,
Yeah.
and that's fine. We encourage it. So.
I just for full disclosure, I showed Audra all the theories that I had because she knows the story really
Right,
well.
yeah.
But Bradley doesn't know what the theories are.
I mean, I know the one.
Yeah.
Because it's everyone's theory.
Yeah.
It's the same as that pyramid. So, anyways, let's continue. Sorry to interrupt.
Aliens.
I think the background of all 9 of them is important. All
Right.
10 of them, really. But
Yeah.
the other part that like really grabs my attention and like keeps me coming back to learn more and more about it and consume more information is really just the injuries to the bodies.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so like variable between them, like what the injuries were, that it's almost like they all could have lived a different fucking theory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
No, that's
all of
true.
them could have died a different way, just based on such variation in the
Yeah.
injuries.
Right.
that's what draws me back
Yeah.
is the injuries to the bodies. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And their clothing. Some of them were burnt.
Some of them
Some
were
of them
not.
were just randomly ripped with like little cuffs here and there. It's just kind of odd.
that one that had the whole left or right sleeve or side or whatever ripped off. That was
The
strange.
one that accidentally became a vest.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
The all of a sudden, it's a little too warm here. I need a vest all of a sudden. So
Yep.
Not so much. So,
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get into the theories.
theory 1.
So I'm going to first talk about frame number 34. Okay.
Is this the Sasquatch one? No. Okay. Or the Yeti?
Okay, so this is so frame number 34 has like a bunch of like light blurbs
Yeah.
in it. Blurs.
Yeah.
Blurb is on the back of a book.
Sure. Yep.
Yes.
So, frame number 34 comes from Krivanashenko's camera, and this one was left inside the tent,
Right.
but it was left with the shutter cocked, as in it was ready to take a photo. So, this is 1959.
Right.
So, when a camera shutter is cocked, it means that the camera is primed and ready to go.
Yeah.
Older films need you to manually wind the film after
Yep.
every shot.
Yep.
And the winding did 2 things. It advanced the film to the next frame,
Right.
and it cocked the shutter,
Yeah.
basically spring loading the mechanism so it could open and close, aka like taking the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. It's unusual because experienced photographers did not do this because it could waste film.
Sure.
Okay. So it was suggested that he might have been wanting to capture something quickly.
Right.
So his was the only camera in the tent found like this.
Surprised they didn't find Igor's camera with a bunch of feet pictures. No?
Can you imagine that dark room just like feet?
Jesus.
Igor was ahead of his time. People sell pictures of their feet
It's true.
these days. It's fucking
Millions in there.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
So one theory is that Krivanashenko was acting as like a lookout or a decoy, ready to snap a photo of whatever might be happening or
Yeah.
anticipating something. So it suggests that some of the members of the group were expecting to see something happen on that slope. Okay. So Krivanashenko's frame number 34, it's a blurred, grainy image, mostly dark.
Yeah.
A vague, bright, streaking shape or blurry light is kind of in the center right portion.
Center right portion.
Center right. It was possibly taken at night or in low light. There is no clear subject. It's pretty abstract, ambiguous.
Almost
Kind
looks
of
like
creepy.
a Van Gogh painting
A little bit.
or something weird like that.
Only black and white.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
So the numbers on film rolls aren't exactly linear or like one after the other. So sometimes when you wind the film or reload improperly, the numbering can skip, repeat, or have double exposure.
Sure.
Multiple cameras that were found, at least 4 of them, and their rolls weren't always clearly categorized during the investigation. So frame number 34 might be kind of the grand finale, or it might have been the camera's version of like a butt dial.
Yeah.
And it could have happened in the middle of the frames.
Or it could have been the very first one.
It could, yeah, exactly.
Right.
So what's weird, I did not go into additional research on this, but the dyatlovpass.com calls it the last frame, and they talk about it being part of a theory, which I'll get to, but also they label this picture as, quote, "This is a technological shot made in the photo lab before the film was taken out of the camera," end quote.
What does that mean?
It means while the shutter was cocked, someone in the photo lab that was going through all the
Accidentally took the picture?
accidentally took the picture.
Gotcha.
So on the website, I think I mentioned it to you last time, that the website kind of has some opposing theories on the same
Some
topic.
conflicting stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So this photo is one of them.
Yeah.
So on one page, it'll say, "This is from Krivanoschenko. He took it on the slope." And then when you pull the picture up, the title of the photo says it was taken by a lab technician.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
okay.
Weird.
So it might not be literally anything. It could be the inside of a lab.
yes.
Like with weird lighting.
Could
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay. Theory number 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Aliens.
See,
be. You knew it was coming.
That's why I brought up frame number 34.
because they think
Is it
it's,
aliens or is it a lab technician?
Yeah. Or is the lab technician an alien?
I mean,
Ooh.
Theory 1.5.
true. True.
Or theory number 74. 73.
3. So I find the whole alien theory just fucking stupid for everything.
You
Just
always have.
because it's just such an easy like cop out. Like, where did the people from Roanoke go? Aliens. No, they fucking didn't.
No.
Yeah, that's a theory
no.
though, which is so dumb.
That's not where they went.
No, not at all. It's not like, hey man, we need some people to
That
butt probe.
hurts.
I know,
That hurts.
That hurts me. Leave Roanoke alone.
but that's my point. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, no, let's just all jump to fucking aliens. Like, man, I lost my phone. Aliens took it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Hands
like,
down.
It had to be.
Yeah.
There's no other explanation.
Absolutely.
Other than I just forgot where I put it.
Yeah.
Because that
Okay.
can't happen.
So the reason why this has a little bit of clout to some people,
It has no clout at all.
to some people,
Well, they're idiots.
Oh.
there were reported sightings of balls of light in the northern Urals
They're called stars.
throughout February 1959.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Multiple witnesses, including members of the official search team, later described seeing a bright fireball moving in the night sky around the time that the hikers died. One searcher recalled a sphere similar to a moon but much larger, floating and then moving away.
It's called the sun.
The idea that the hikers saw something like a glowing orb descending upon them, perhaps even hovering near them, could have made them flee the tent in terror.
How would they have seen it if they're in the tent? Tent didn't have windows.
Because
it was so bright.
so bright. Somebody's got a spotlight on us.
I can argue anything, so.
Okay, so here are some of the witnesses. We have Lev Ivanov. He is the lead investigator.
Yeah.
In 1990, he publicly claimed that sightings of bright flying spheres were reported in the region at the time.
Why did it take them 31 years to say that?
I don't know if it was 31 years or if we just documented it 31 years later.
Seems like. All right. Anyways.
So he did originally omit this from his 1959 report.
See?
He believed these could be linked to, he later believed that this could be linked to the hikers' deaths. So,
Okay, let me ask the question then. How did he think that would be linked to their death then? Or is he just saying that to seem cool? Because there has to be a reason why he thinks that then, right?
well, we don't know what aliens are capable of.
That's not what I asked. What does he think that was a part of it for?
I don't know. That wasn't part of my research. I'm just saying he was a
Do you understand what I'm asking?
yeah.
Because I feel like, man, the sun was at this certain degree today. Must be a part of something. I mean, just we could say anything like that. So, like, what was his rationale that it could have been part of their death?
He thought that the orbs might have been military weapons, but he also thought maybe it could be something more paranormal.
Okay. Are
So-
aliens paranormal?
I mean, look at how long it took the U.S. government to be like, hey, aliens,
Yeah.
they're out there.
Well, so here's the thing with me and aliens. I believe there's something
Yeah.
else out there.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's little green men like we always portray them as, but
God, I hope so.
that would be kind of cool
Would
with the
be
big
awesome.
fucking like almond
Yeah.
eyes and
Yeah.
shit. My point is the galaxies, and there's so many galaxies, and the universe is vast, so vast that we can't comprehend it. There's no way that we're the only people in this existence,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. But just to be like, blame everything on aliens,
So
stupid.
when you're saying stuff like that, it makes me think that yes, there could be other people out there, but they're still alien to us.
No, I'm not. Okay, you're looking into the term way too specific. I mean,
I'm just saying something out there could have done this, but it's alien in nature.
I understand what alien means. I'm not saying like little green men specifically, and they're all aliens. Like, if another human came from another planet that looked exactly like us, they would be an alien. I understand that. That's not what I'm saying. So,
I just really hope they're little green men. Honestly, like,
I kind of like gray, like Paul.
Okay, let me
you
move
ever
on
see
to
the
other
movie, Paul?
witnesses.
like a long time ago.
It's good.
Yeah.
You should rewatch it.
Yeah.
I love Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, though. They're pretty great. Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
So,
It's a great movie.
it is. I enjoy it. Jason Bateman.
Okay, so Sigourney Weaver. Okay,
Sigourney
Not
Weaver,
Mike
yeah.
Myers.
additional witnesses. So let's get through this alien bullshit so we can move on to something else that Bradley might think is happening.
Yeah, because this is not.
Students and teachers in Ivedell, a group of school children and teachers from a nearby village, reportedly seen glowing lights in the sky on the night of February 1st and 2nd in 1959, same night as when the hikers died,
Yeah.
and described them as orange spheres or fireballs flying across the sky.
I mean, could that have been meteors?
They were slow moving
be.
and eerily quiet.
Oh, then probably not.
You wouldn't hear meteors on Earth if they're in space.
Well, you do have a point there, but it's
Right.
not going to be slow moving.
No, that's true.
We also have the Mansi tribespeople. Those indigenous to the area reported seeing strange lights in the sky around that time. Though specifics are fairly vague from them, they have described them as glowing orbs or bright streaks. And they were often, the Mansi stories were often dismissed at the time due to like Soviet prejudice against the indigenous peoples.
Okay.
Next, we have allegedly Soviet military pilots.
Yeah.
Immediately sketchy.
There were unconfirmed reports that Soviet pilots flying over the Urals during late January, early February spotted aerial lights or flares. These reports were never officially acknowledged, but some researchers claim to have seen declassified or secondhand testimony about it.
Okay.
Next, we have Gregory at Manicky.
Manicky?
He is a search party member.
Okay.
He recalled that rumors of light sightings were circulating even amongst the searchers early on. Some investigators and volunteers throughout the case might have involved more than just a hiking incident based on these local accounts.
Gotcha.
So, some who favor this theory speculate that a UFO might have emitted a burst of energy or light that injured the hikers. Because there were internal injuries, maybe the aliens' propulsion systems messed them up.
maybe they
I can feel heat coming from over here.
The seething.
Yeah.
Maybe their anal probes went a little too deep.
It could be like right up into their heart and broke their ribs on just one
Exactly.
side.
Like it got off track and broke all rib 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so one detail.
Jesus Christ.
One detail is cited. Some of the treetops,
Were burnt.
including the cedar tree,
Not
were
any.
charred at the very top.
Fire will do that.
But from the ground, how could it not go all the way up? It was just the top.
What if an ember like floated off and landed on the tree?
Maybe so.
I mean,
I'm just giving theories here. This
and
isn't
I'm
my
ju-
theory.
I didn't say it was. I'm just also not agreeing with it.
So, I mean, right, certain areas can be susceptible to more paranormal. I'm going to say paranormal because
That's
it's
fine.
not normal, so it's
No.
paranormal
That's
activity than others, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there's all these sightings, maybe the Urals in this area are like fucking Area 51 for all we know.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be.
Or, I mean, the Soviets did a lot of shady fucking shit, and it could have been just like military experiments and or anything
that's-
like that.
That's part
I
of the
mean-
rebuttal.
I would also say, of the people that are reporting this, right, that have no plausible explanation, if you're one that favors a different theory,
Yeah.
that I'm sure is coming up, what's the classic? Oh, it's fucking aliens.
Yeah,
And then you're off the hook. Like, no one's really like,
See, and that's why I have a problem with alien theories.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a cop out
Absolutely.
for like, well, we don't have to explain it. We'll just call it aliens,
Yeah.
and people will be like, ooh,
Exactly.
and whatever. And that's why I get a little, I guess, annoyed.
I mean, in this case, right, like, Soviets have this terrible situation that's unexplainable. They're going to try whatever
Yeah.
to not take ownership of that. So
Oh,
it's
for
like,
sure.
blame it on the fucking aliens.
Yeah, because as far as we know, they did this on purpose to these people.
Could be.
I mean, that could be a theory.
So between January and February of 1959, there were multiple test launches and engine firings occurring at Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Cosmodrome?
Baikonur is a place. So Baikonur to Dyatlov Pass, or the current Dyatlov Pass,
Yeah.
is over 1,000 miles away.
That's quite a
But-
distance.
But rocket stages can travel that far during separation or failure.
Okay.
So several unannounced launches happened in late January and early February, including stage tests of R7s and nuclear-capable variants. It's a lot of big scientific words. And they suspected suborbital flights or failed missile drops.
Okay.
And that's like the rebuttal of, no, it's not aliens, it's this.
Well, very well could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not really going to report that shit.
Also, in 1959, there was no UFO alien fever. There was nothing like that back then.
So, like, when did aliens become the scapegoat, though? Like, when
Ever
historically?
since like, Roswell or
Like, what year
Area
was
51. Well, wasn't that in the 40s
that? I don't know.
I don't know.
when they were doing
Sam?
all the testing?
Sam will look it up.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was like 50s, maybe 60s at the very latest, but
I guess I thought it was in the 40s, but I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that's even right.
Yeah, now I'm questioning everything.
Yeah. Well, how can you not?
Okay.
Maybe aliens are making you question it.
It could be.
They're having a outside.
I could have been probed and I don't even know.
Should we be wearing tinfoil hats right now?
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I usually like to wear an armadillo shell. It's from a movie, anyways.
We both went.
You can get leprosy from that.
Can you really?
I think, yeah, I'm pretty
From
confident.
an armadillo shell?
From armadillos in general.
I guess when I get home, I'm throwing out my shell.
Good idea.
Just saying.
All right, Sam.
Do you have something for us?
So, according to Google, people first
thought, like the concept of extraterrestrial life actually began in ancient Greece.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, that's the theory with the fucking pyramids, too.
And that's why I mentioned that earlier.
When did Roswell happen?
Yeah.
And then I need you to look up if armadillos give you leprosy. Because it came out really fast, and I'm confident with that, but now I'm questioning.
Well, that's second guess. Yeah.
I don't want to have you throw out your shell for nothing.
So, modern theory of aliens, particularly involving UFOs and potential extraterrestrial visitors, gained significant traction in the United States starting in the summer of 1947.
Okay.
That's the year I was thinking of, actually. It was 47.
Okay.
So, okay.
Roswell's in 1947. Okay.
Yeah, look at me go.
She's going to look up armadillos, and we're going to move on to Yeti attacks.
Yeti.
Do armadillos do what?
Give you leprosy. Can you get leprosy from an armadillo?
They can carry and transmit leprosy.
Fuck yeah.
Look at you go.
I know such random shit.
Throwing Michelle out.
Because I think these random thoughts, and I'm like, I gotta fucking Google that.
Yeah.
This is how ADHD works, guys.
Oh, trust
And
me.
autism, just for the record.
I'm aware.
Okay. I'm going to push us along.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeti. Okay, so there's a Yeti theory for multiple reasons. One, they created their own evening newsletter,
The Yetis did?
the hikers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Extra.
read all about it. Yetis.
They had a satirical newsletter.
Yeah, I remember that was brought up. You have to admit, that was confusing how she said that. So,
A little bit.
One of the lines in the newsletter said, quote, "From now on, we know that snowmen exist," end quote.
Abominable.
Well, I mean, I would say some shit like that if I was stuck in negative 5,000 degree weather too.
So some have said that some of the footprints that were seen around the area were too large to be human.
Were they aliens?
Yeti.
Oh, sorry. We've moved on.
Stay on
Yep. Yetis.
stay on track.
Okay,
Yeti.
wait. So I have a question related to this.
About aliens?
So, have their newsletters, like, are those documented somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
those are
you
like
can see them.
evidence.
Yes, you
Okay.
can see them on dyatlovpass.com.
Oh.
So these footprints that are really large.
Yeah.
If I'm an indigenous person living out there, I've probably acclimated to traveling in this weather, and I'm thinking snowshoes.
With bare feet below it.
That's if
Hell
the
yeah.
Bansi people were around the campsite.
True.
Didn't you? I don't remember. Was it in a war or something? People actually, I think it was maybe even World War II or World War I. I don't recall. But they would actually wear shoes that had hoof prints underneath.
Oh, wow.
Smart.
So it would cover up their foot tracks, but it looked like just cows were roaming about and shit.
Smart.
I think it was in, I want to say 2, but I guess I don't recall.
I feel like I've heard something like that
Yeah,
before.
it's
There's an I Love Lucy. No, is an I Love Lucy, or maybe like one of those other black and white. It's,
black and white shows.
I don't remember exactly what show, but they do it on a sitcom, a really old one.
Oh, really?
Or they wear those shoes.
Yeah. Maybe it's Andy Griffith. That's what it
That
is.
sounds more legit than Lucy.
Yeah.
Well, and it's still black and white, so that tracks.
Yeah.
So that works.
Okay, now let's talk about the photographic evidence.
This is the Yeti picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I keep asking that, so now I can actually.
Frame number 17.
Whose
It's a
cam-
picture of a dark humanoid figure lurking
Yeah.
behind some trees at dusk.
I do have.
It's very grainy. And of course, Yeti enthusiasts are like, proof that is Sasquatch right there.
See, people need to like pump the fucking brakes.
Because it's probably just the hikers in extra winter gear.
Also,
Right.
like, if I'm out there with 8 close friends, right? We're going to be joking about random shit like, was that a
Yeti?
fucking Yeti?
Oh, 100%.
I saw it. I swear. You know, like, go stand behind that tree and let me make you look like a Yeti.
Because, I mean, that totally looks like a person
Yeah.
wearing a fucking hat and like a coat and shit.
And plus, if it's like snowing and blowing, right?
Right.
You could be covered in snow and look like a snowman or a Yeti in 2 minutes flat.
And I mean, he doesn't look like he's covered much in snow, but that's also probably because
It's a shitty picture.
that as well. And the focus is clearly on the front of the picture, not the humanoid figure.
So many think that it might be Yeti because of the potential, the missing parts, essentially. The missing tongue, the eyes of some of the victims, and then the strength required to crush ribs and skulls without any external cuts.
I feel like I could crush a rib without being a Yeti.
Yeah?
I think so.
I think you could too.
I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fucking Yeti.
I'm not a big guy, but I feel like I could break a rib if I really had to, too. You know?
Yeah, so I feel like that's a weak argument. Are Yetis is that the same thing as a Sasquatch, basically?
Mm-hmm. Yeti,
Right?
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, abominals.
The cold version.
Yeah.
Snowman, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that's what that was.
I
but-
think it's like different terms for different regions of the
Right.
world. But I mean, if you're in your tent at dark and all of a sudden you hear like Yeti groans,
Can you tell me what that sounds like?
That sounds like a bear.
It does.
maybe it was a bear.
Wait, the bear fighter dropped out. Yeah. That's
That
okay.
was
yeah.
the Yuri number
Or
3.
is there a Yuri there that fought the bear?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So, I
Yuri's
mean-
still there.
Okay.
So if it was a bear, they're fine. He can just fight him.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
so-
if I can fight a bear, I can fight a fucking Yeti.
Fucking
They,
right, you
they
can.
rip open the tent. Some of the hikers had boxing wounds on their hands, so maybe they
Boxing
were doing
wounds?
some like
Yeah.
hand-on-hand combat.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped doing that. So they also could have been punching a tree for sport. I mean,
They could have. Yeah,
don't
we
know.
don't
Could have
know.
been punching it like, give me some fucking wood. I'm freezing.
Maybe some of them climbed a tree to get out of the way of the Yeti.
maybe that's how the tops of them burned.
Maybe they climbed the tree to get away from each other because someone's losing their shit.
Maybe somebody went on a rampage. We don't know.
Never know.
Yeah, someone went psychotic.
Yes. Okay. There's no other tangible evidence, no sightings by search teams, no gigantic footprints that wouldn't have been human, no fur, no like teeth marks,
Right.
biting marks, nothing like that.
Right.
Could it possibly be a Yeti?
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's a pretty weak fucking theory.
But which one has more clout to you? Aliens or Yeti?
I
Yeah.
feel like probably the Yeti
Yeti.
because people just want to believe it so much.
I know they do.
I feel like
But
aliens,
people
but
want to believe
Yeti.
people want to believe in aliens so much too. That's
But
why
now
it's
we know.
always brought up though.
Well, now we know aliens are real. Humans have accepted that. Yetis we're still having a hard time with.
I don't know because there's people out there like again Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever you
Yeah.
want to whatever it's called. There are people that absolutely believe they're real,
Oh yeah.
and everything has proven them wrong, but yet they still believe.
Well,
It's good to believe in something, I guess, but
it's
I
like
think.
flat Earth.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on fucking flat earthers.
We're going to move on because he's getting heated. Okay, the next theory is a KGB ambush,
Uh-oh.
an espionage theory.
What was that?
It sounded like someone's Siri.
Can you pause for a second? And we're back.
Okay,
right.
KGB ambush, which is the espionage theory.
KGB ambush.
Yes. It was an inside job.
So wait, one of the 9 worked for the KGB? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which one? Did you mention that?
One is a communist.
Yeah, she was like came out of the womb
Yeah, that was
as a communist. You
Yeah.
said, right?
Ludmila
Ludmila?
Dubinina.
Yep.
Ludmila Dubinina. So there's an author, Alexei Rakitin,
Rakitin.
and he proposed that 2 or more members of the group were actually KGB agents working on a top secret mission.
So where did he get that thought from?
Let me continue to read.
All right, I will stop talking.
Shut the fuck up.
My bad.
So the mission was to infiltrate a supposed CIA operation in the area. And of course, according to Rakitin, Igor Dyatlov's team included moles. And he points specifically at Semyon Zolotaryov, the 37-year-old.
Yes.
Because he joined, one of the reasons was because he joined last minute and it was just kind of weird. And Alexander Kolevatov or Yuri Krivonishenko. He's like, could be that one, could be that one.
Well,
Those were the two that went outside, correct?
Oh yeah, which were the
Like
two?
the
that
two
went outside?
that went out
To pee.
I don't
Yeah.
remember which one they
Quote,
were.
unquote.
Yeah, I think Krivonishenko was one that went outside supposedly to pee.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they went out to do some other shenanigans
Yeah,
that they didn't
exactly.
want to know back in the '59, which was not highly.
Don't ask, don't tell.
So he thinks that these undercover agents were tasked with delivering fake radioactive samples
And
to
that's
CIA
why part
contacts.
of them were radioactive, or their clothes were, or whatever. But wasn't it because they worked at like the fucking nuclear plant?
They
Yes.
were all like fucking nuclear engineers.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, something went very wrong.
You don't
Obviously.
say.
Perhaps the CIA operatives discovered the ruse or an argument ensued and then it turned violent. The theory claims that American spies murdered the entire group,
What?
eliminating the KGB agents and bystanders.
Way to blame the fucking Americans, Ruskies. Jesus Christ.
To cover their tracks, the assailants forced the hikers at gunpoint to stage the bizarre scene.
Okay. Sorry, I was told to stop talking, so go on.
Yuri Yudin, the surviving Dyatlov member, later said he believed his friends, quote, saw something they shouldn't have seen, end quote,
Like aliens?
and were
Yeti.
forced at gunpoint to fake a confusing scenario.
What if Yetis are aliens? Fuck.
Never seen them both in the same place, have you?
Exactly. 100%. That'd be a big spaceship.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tall.
supporting evidence, radioactive clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
If some of the hikers carried radioactive samples, it could have explained why their garments were contaminated. So, Ludmila Dubinina, her sweater and her pants were radioactive, and Alexander Kolevatov, his sweater fragments were radioactive. And remember, Dubinina was wearing, I think it was Krivonishenko's clothes.
Yeah.
So, I'm just curious here. Those three that we're talking about, was their background not in nuclear shit to begin with? Like, could they
So-
not have had the radiation on the clothing
Yes.
already?
So I will
Okay.
get to that here.
Okay.
Yes. So the radioactive materials were described as exceeding normal background radiation levels.
Okay.
So measurements around 9,900 disintegrations per minute, or DPMs, were higher than typical clothing, but not dangerously radioactive.
Okay.
Okay. So both Dubinina and Kolevatov worked or studied in environments connected to radioactive materials.
Okay.
So Kolevatov was a former lab worker at Moscow's Nuclear Institute, and Dubinina participated in UPI's projects involving industrial materials. So their clothing may have been previously exposed to trace radioactive elements.
Right.
So the rest of the group wouldn't have been in on it, and therefore wouldn't have had the traces. And additionally, the camera belonging to Kolevatov was allegedly missing from recovered items in this particular theory,
So they're thinking that there was something on the camera that.
and it was seized by the KGB.
Well, the KGB is just a little sketchy in all of it, right? that's
Which
the
is why
sketch
they're a good
factor.
scapegoat.
Yeah, of course.
So are aliens.
Yeah,
Maybe the KGB are aliens.
maybe.
We're fucking uncovering some shit here.
But
Good Lord.
like, okay, right. So these aren't, with the exception of one, they all know each other's background. They all know, like, each other well. They've hiked together before. They've done this
Right.
climb,
Yeah.
you know, for however many days to get to this point, right?
Yep.
It's not like they were just carrying something radioactive that became too radioactive that it finally got him, you know?
Right.
So that's a weird, like, not gonna happen.
No. Not so much.
I don't think that's reality.
Not
but-
reality at all.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just interesting that they all have backgrounds in this. I feel like the only plausible argument I could make in this theory is that someone went outside to pee, someone else went outside, maybe not together, caught him doing something weird if he did have plants, you know, of radioactive things,
Yeah.
and then a fight ensued.
Sure.
Okay. But, like, just to devil's advocate, like,
Yeah.
could see that maybe happening.
Right.
But that's the only thing I really see here.
So Zolotaryov, he was much older, a war veteran. He had military connections, and he was the one that basically raised the question of, could this possibly be a KGB thing? Because he was such a last-minute addition.
Yeah.
There was also the overall secrecy of the investigation, the hurried closing of the case, inconsistencies in the documents, the diaries and the photos. And people all thought that this was like a big cover-up.
Yeah.
So even Dyatlov's own sister said her family was sure the military was somehow involved.
Right.
Some investigators and journalists in Russia have floated some like similar ideas. Some shadowy authority was the one that covered this all up. Even one theory was about like drunken prison escapees.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, was there a prison nearby?
There
That
was.
And, like, first of all, if I get out of fucking KGB ass fucking prison in 1959, I am not going up the mountain.
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
No. There's no fucking way.
No.
You're going complete opposite way up
Correct.
the mountain. You're getting the hell the fuck out of there.
So there's no footprints,
Yeah,
no
no.
evidence
Right.
that other people were around the site.
Just Yetis.
No bullet wounds, no stab wounds, no traditional hand-to-hand combat wounds.
Yeah.
And if it was prison people, it'd be shanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got my toothbrush shank.
Yeah.
But
Filed down this plastic spork.
there is a simple explanation for the radioactivity.
Aliens.
So Kolevatov previously worked at a nuclear facility,
Yes.
and Krivonishenko, who had Dubomina's clothes, she was wearing his
them.
clothes.
Yeah.
He had been employed at a plutonium production plant.
Plutonium.
Yeah, we need that to get up to 88 miles per hour.
The aliens need that, honestly.
Oh yeah, that helps with butt probing.
So
Vital resource.
So, Krivonishenko actually worked at Chelyabinsk 40.
I'm not sure.
It is a top secret Soviet nuclear facility in the southern Urals,
Okay.
and it was a site of plutonium production for nuclear weapons.
Right.
And it was the site for one of the worst nuclear disasters in history.
Before Chernobyl,
I think it was
Yes.
after. Was it before or after?
Shit, when was Chernobyl?
like 87.
Yeah, this is
This is before.
So
Yeah.
so it's called the Kishtim disaster of 1957.
Yeah,
so
you,
only
you had mentioned there was a nuclear something or other.
yes. So this was covered up until the 1980s. This disaster, it happened September 29th, 1957. So only like a year and 3 months before the Dyatlov incident.
Right.
It was at a nuclear fuel reprocessing plant near a secret town
Secret town. Wow.
of this city. They called it Chelyabinsk 40
Okay.
in the southern Urals.
Yeah.
It had a level 6 on the International Nuclear Event Scale. In comparison, Chernobyl was a level 7.
So pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Okay.
So a cooling system failed on a tank storing liquid radioactive waste.
Okay.
The waste overheated and exploded with a force of 70 to 100 tons of TNT.
Ooh, that's a big explosion.
It blew off the 160-ton concrete lid off the storage tank
Jesus Christ.
and released 20 million curies of radioactivity, more than a Hiroshima bomb.
Wow.
Jesus.
So the radioactive cloud spread over 20,000 square miles. It affected about 200,000 plus people.
Jeez.
Locals were not told what had happened.
Of course
and
not.
Thousands were quietly relocated. Others were sick or they died from exposure. The area is now known as East Ural Radioactive Trace.
They even named it after. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So, is it still radioactive to this day, as far as you know?
I don't know. I didn't look that up.
Because I know, like, is it because Chernobyl?
Chernobyl, I think, is.
fucked.
Yeah.
It's still closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like obviously new life there. There have been
Right.
like non-radioactive animals that have been found in that area. So
And they
it's
do
regenerating.
allow, yeah,
Yeah.
they do allow people to go on this site, but there's like checks and balances that you have to go through to get there.
'cause didn't they also, like, I saw something once, and I could be probably getting a lot of this wrong, but they almost like enclosed it in
Yeah.
whatever, something like
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember exact details, but
So fun fact about Chernobyl.
Yeah.
But
Do tell.
kind of like don't spiral on this, but I've already spiraled on it.
it was aliens.
It could have
Yeah.
been. It could be. Yeti. But there is someone with the same surname, Dyatlov,
Really?
that was directly responsible for Chernobyl.
Really?
They are not related.
Sure.
That's where I spiraled from it. I'm like, are these fucking people related? Because that's
There's
wild.
something going on here, man.
I guess Dyatlov in this area, that period of time, is
Pretty
just as common as the
Yeah.
name Yuri.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's so many fucking Yuris.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the show Chernobyl?
I did not watch
They
it.
created like a mini series. It's really,
Yeah.
really good.
I remember when that came out. I did not watch it though.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so the town technically does not exist on maps.
well, not if it's a secret town.
Exactly.
Sketchy.
The USSR never publicly acknowledged the disaster until 1976 because there was a whistleblower that
Oh.
exposed it. And Grigory Krivonischenko worked at this place, possibly during or just after the cleanup.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He and the others of the Dyatlov group may have had residual radioactivity from this particular disaster.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
yeah. Okay. Third theory.
Oh, geez. We're only on 3, huh? Mm-hmm. Holy balls.
Can you imagine doing 73?
No, because we're not.
Soviet weapons testing.
I mean, yeah, that kind of goes along with the whole military thing we were bringing up before.
Yeah.
So,
Were they shooting Yetis out of their planes?
Dropping them randomly to see like their movements?
Yeah. Do their knees hold up from 5,000 feet?
So when
Let's
do they
check
go from a
10,000.
Yeti to a Sasquatch? Like what's the degree variation?
Let's radiate these Yetis and see what happens.
okay, so
Radioactive Yetis, fuck yeah.
the,
We need to make a comic book or
Yes.
something like that.
I'm trying to move this along.
Okay, sorry,
So
I'll
it
shut
doesn't
the
get
fuck
to be
up.
5 hours long.
Oh, it's already, we're already close to an hour.
I
so
know. Okay, so
there'll
the
be
late
some cut out, but anyways.
the late 1950s, there was a lot of military experimentation in the USSR, rockets and parachute mines. And according to this theory, the Dyatlov group's route happened to place them in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Okay.
So there was perhaps a parachute mine exercise being conducted by the Soviet Army. Parachute mines are explosive devices dropped from aircraft which detonate above ground, and they
Right.
produce a shock wave that can flatten structures and humans
And break ribs.
without leaving obvious blast craters because it's happening in the air.
Right.
Well, that could explain the burnt treetops.
Could.
It very well could.
It could.
A lot better than aliens.
A lot better than that.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Because
Much
if-
more probable.
Yes.
Well, because if they detonate above ground,
Yeah,
treetops,
exactly.
weird.
And this could also equate with the glowing orange orbs.
Yeah. Weird.
So these could have been Soviet aircraft or descending parachute flares or mines being mistaken for a potential UFO. Hikers asleep in their tents are rocked awake by loud explosions. Shock waves hit the tent, maybe partially collapsing the tent, scaring the hikers. They have to cut their way out, and then they find out, okay, that wasn't that bad. And then I don't know why they'd have to go down the mountain, but...
So, I don't really understand how radioactive material works here. Just to back this up a scotch. If a shockwave is dropped and there are radioactive remnants about, do they explode? What happens with radioactive elements?
I don't think so, but I have no idea.
I don't know.
Was this
that's
part
a
of the
great
research?
question. I'm going to go with no.
Get the Google machine out.
Yeah, to the Google machine.
Yeah, this was, I forgot my scientific hat today, so...
No, it's fair.
Yeah.
This is just where I spiral, and I'm a sketchy bitch. Like, I want an explanation.
No, I don't blame you because it's really quite...
I mean, because
sketchy.
I could see, right, like, if something is dropped, it explodes.
Right.
There's potential tree fire,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that explains the confusion, the hysteria, the what the fuck, we
Yeah.
gotta get out of here shit.
Right.
The
Yeah.
internal trauma without any
Could be.
external trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. No, that's the most believable one so far, honestly, because aliens, okay, Yetis, that's ridiculous. But yet, the things that they've reported with the treetops and the
Yeah.
internal injuries, that's so far, this is the most believable theory,
Yeah.
honestly. But, anyways.
Sam?
A shockwave alone cannot cause radioactive material to explode, but a shockwave can damage and disperse radioactive materials.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's maybe why there's some
But we
about.
don't even know, again, theorizing.
Yeah.
We don't know that it was maybe even radioactive material. It could have
Right.
been other shit they were testing, right?
Yeah.
Cold War, testing random stuff.
Like, are you talking cross-contamination?
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It could be a new thing we've never even heard of because it didn't work, you know?
Yeah.
Right. No, that's true.
So the subsequent Soviet cover-up could also make some sense because the area, the mountain pass, was closed for 3 years
After?
after this incident.
Was it really?
No one was allowed up there.
How come?
We don't know. It's a cover-up.
Ask Russia.
I know. Like,
Was it covered up with snow? Sorry. Anyways, that was poor.
okay, so
Snowing and blowing.
apart from the radioactivity, there's potential fireballs in the sky. The lead Soviet investigator said that there were bright burning spheres seen from the locals around February 1st.
Yeah.
Additionally, there was another hiking group about 50 kilometers away who also reported strange lights in the sky to the north.
Are they alive?
Yes. So the whole trek up to the part where they started putting on their skis, so like all of the train and the trucks,
Yep.
they were actually with another group.
Okay.
They went one way, Dyatlov went the other.
Oh, interesting.
So,
Maybe it was the other group. They killed him.
They got radioactive.
Yeah, and then they went just crazy and killed the Dyatlov group.
Did
No
we talk about
footprints.
zombies? Like maybe the other group was just hungry.
Brains.
none of them were eaten.
Their tongue was.
Tongue?
Eyes were.
Aye. They tasted and decided they didn't like it.
Like, too radioactive for me. Let's go.
No.
So, weapons test theory also explains why investigators might have been a little bit more pressured to wrap up the case quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of paranoia, perhaps.
Right.
Maybe the rescue team knew more than they let on.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Of course they did.
So,
Well, the one
unfortunately,
fucking guy didn't even like report like something. He didn't even documented. And
There
you're
was
just
a
like,
couple of those situations.
Yeah, so it's like,
Well, I mean,
I'm supposed to believe these fucking idiots? No.
they would have a vested interest in covering any of this shit up, like I
Yeah.
said. So,
So there's no physical evidence of such tests being seen. There's no fragments of bombs, shrapnel, or impact craters. An aerial burst would not have left a crater, but you could also expect a little bit of scattered debris or burns.
Yes.
None were noted in the autopsies or reports. Some of the hikers did have some like orange tint to their skin and some gray hair, but that could be to natural mummification in the cold.
Gotcha.
Okay. The radioactivity on the clothes was more localized as opposed to like the entirety of the clothing.
Right.
A nuclear blast or a radiological weapon would have blanketed everyone
Yeah.
in material.
Oh, sure.
yeah.
So also there were no other footprints. So we kind of keep going back to that.
Yeah, I mean, it really is hard to say other people were there when there's no other footprints
Yeah.
that we know of.
But
That
it could be a combination of things, right? Because again, how do you find footprints if
And
there's
drip.
an avalanche and blowing snow?
drifting snow and all that. Yeah, it's really quite hard to do that, actually.
Yeah.
Just
So
saying.
in April 1959, expert forensics conducted tests and detected the radioactivity contamination on the clothing from Ludmila Dubinina
There it is.
and Alexander Kolevatov, and it wasn't just the trace amounts, it was significantly above normal background levels.
Yeah.
And then just a few weeks later, the case was closed abruptly.
Weird. And those are the two suspected KGB people or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was the one that was birth a communist?
Ludmila.
That was her.
Ludmila.
Yeah, right. Ludmila Dubinina.
Okay, so KGB espionage or secret testing, secret weapons testing.
Aliens.
Not a part of this.
Oh. KGB espionage.
See, I think the weapons.
Yeah.
I feel like
100%.
weapons is probably more probable between the
agree.
two.
Yes.
Just because of the factor that it's the Cold War.
Well, it's the Cold War. Like I said, the space race is kind of heating up here and everything.
Sure.
Yeah, I would 100% go with the weapons testing
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's Cold War alone.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so the Yeti, the aliens, those were the supernatural theories.
the stupid natural theories.
The KGB espionage and the Soviet weapons testing were more human nature theories. Now we're going to get into the natural theories.
Woohoo.
And at this point, I think we should take a little break.
Okay, we can do that.
Because I got to pee.
I got to pee.
Welcome back.
Guess who's... Oh, sorry.
My bladder has been emptied.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
I'm definitely leaving that in.
Okay, so
Now I'm ready.
we're now into the natural theories.
Yes,
Okay.
natural.
And one is the katabatic winds.
What are catabatic winds?
It is an unusual wind phenomenon, basically an air avalanche.
Okay.
Okay. Katabatic is a fancy term for a gravity-powered downslope wind.
How do those occur?
Cold, dense air can suddenly roar down a mountain,
A mountain?
like an invisible freight train, gaining high speed as it goes down.
And that's just fueled by cold, you said?
Yes, so
basically?
it would be like Mother Nature opening up a giant freezer door, and like all that cold air just kind of rushes out at you.
Does Mother Nature have a freezer?
Yes.
I said it's like Mother Nature.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Siberia.
Yeah.
So such winds have been known to reach near hurricane force winds.
Wow. Okay.
And for the Dyatlov group, the idea is that late February 1st, 1959, a katabatic blast slammed into their camp without warning.
Would that be significant enough to internally damage their bodies then?
Well, let's find out, because I don't remember.
We looked at that, I feel like, right? And it was like a 70-ish.
It was close. It wasn't
Mile
like
per hour.
wasn't like 67 miles per hour.
Yeah.
I think we came up with was like
We're like, fuck,
8.
that's highway speeds.
When did we do that?
yeah. In one of the last 2 episodes.
About what? What did we talk about?
We were talking about how
internal
windy it
injuries.
was.
Okay.
And internal injuries.
Thanks. I'm caught up.
Wow.
Like she wasn't here for it.
Okay,
It's fine.
Physically.
So, katabatic
mentally.
winds, I'm just going to keep reading.
I would appreciate that.
Katabatic winds are infamous in polar regions and high mountains.
Okay.
In 1978, a similar sudden wind in Anaris, Sweden, killed 8 hikers, which gives this theory some clout, I think.
Some plausibility.
For the Dyatlov crew, a violent wind could have terrified them into immediate action, explaining why they would have sliced their way out of the tent.
Right.
They would have run for cover from falling trees that are not nearby.
See, they were on the Bald Mountain part.
They were on the Bald Mountain. Sure where.
And again, these aren't like inexperienced people on their first hike.
Nope.
Like,
I mean, they're literally going for their category 3, not
wouldn't you think you just stay in the tent? It's some kind of cover, right?
Well,
at that point, yeah.
and some researchers thought that maybe the hikers might have anchored the tent with snow, because remember, half of
It was
the
covered.
tent was covered with snow.
They had to dig in, so you.
Yeah, so. But do you remember that there were the skis that were holding up part of the tent or whatever? Those were still completely upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, katabatic winds could also tie into the injuries in kind of a roundabout way.
See, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, one version is that after evacuating the tent, the group split up and attempted to regroup later. Some huddled in the tree line, lighting a fire. Others dug the den, a snow den, essentially.
Yeah.
And if that snow cave later collapsed, it could produce crushing injuries.
Sure.
So essentially, the wind drove them to shelter in riskier places and indirectly caused the trauma.
But they were not even found in the snow den. They were found a little bit away from it.
Yeah.
They were.
So that kind of, in my brain,
Yeah.
doesn't really go together.
Well, yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
No, it's fair.
I'm sure there's other things that could cause that particular outcome, but just looking at it from my perspective, it's just like, well, if that happened, why weren't they in it then?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it could have been a worsening situation, right?
Right,
It could
yes.
have been like a strong wind.
Yeah.
And they're like, shit, we better move before it gets worse.
And it
then
got
it
worse.
got worse.
yeah,
You know,
that's true. But
it would explain too, right? Like we talked about the fact that down by the ravine,
yeah,
someone appeared to have fallen from the
Yes.
tree into the fire, right?
right.
A strong wind would probably explain someone blowing out of a tree.
Yeah, and into a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But what it doesn't explain is how it ripped out a tongue,
Or several
Or-
several eyes.
broke a hyoid,
Or
Yes,
the
yes,
radioactivity.
or that.
All wind has radioactivity. Jeez. I can't believe you didn't know that.
In
Katabatic
Soviet
winds.
Russia.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Katabatic winds are also fairly rare in the Urals.
Oh.
They're more common in places like Antarctica.
All right. I'm going to discredit this theory right away. Not a fan of this one.
I feel like it. So, if you want to nerd out, there are some like interesting photos of wind patterns that have developed in the snow.
Sure.
So, I feel like it's plausible, but only to an extent.
Yeah.
Not to give away my theory, but I feel like it's a combination of some of these things, right? Like the wind probably could be at play here.
Sure.
It's snowing and blowing.
Very possible.
But it doesn't explain the injuries. And that's why I keep
doesn't,
going back to the injuries.
Right. No, for sure.
Like a strong wind, 70 mile an hour, hits you out of nowhere, funneling down between mountains. Maybe could break some ribs.
Maybe.
Does not break a hyoid.
No. No.
Does not rip out eyes and tongues.
But you know what does? Yetis.
Aliens.
Okay.
Alien Yetis.
Anyways.
Yes.
Next natural theory.
So this is number 6.
Wait, can we elaborate on winds just a little bit?
Yes.
So I've read some interesting stuff that the winds happened and the sound from the wind essentially drove them mad.
So that's actually part of my next theory.
All right.
Oh, all right.
No, that's okay. It's
Yeah.
so it's called infrasound induced panic.
Yes.
Yes, so-
Infrasound induced panic.
Yeah, so that was
Okay.
actually that's a theory. So think of it like a sound weapon.
Yeah.
It's not wielded by humans, but by the topography of the mountain.
Sure.
Okay.
But
so,
it could be wielded by
Yes.
humans that are doing some kind of
Shady shit.
KGB Cold War
Yes.
testing.
Yeah. No, you're
and
not
I
wrong.
think, and
You're not wrong.
I think I get to that
Okay.
actually.
Oh, all right.
I actually didn't review this before we sat down, so I'm like, I think I know. Okay.
All right.
So, infrasound refers to low frequency sound waves below the range of human hearing, which is below 20 hertz.
Okay.
The other one would be infrasound and then ultrasound. That's the other one.
Makes sense. All right.
Okay.
Dear.
So you can't hear it, but you can feel it. You might feel it.
Yes.
So research has shown that certain low frequency vibrations can cause humans to experience everything from anxiety, nausea, dread, and outright panic.
Sure.
Or if you are a fan of BetterHelp and things like that, different green noise, brown noise, whatever, can just lull you to a nice sleep.
Yeah, my sound machine has all those.
Yeah.
Different options.
You have a sound machine?
I do. I like.
It's her alarm clock.
I like the thunderstorms.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
Rain with thunder.
Yeah.
What do you like?
And
Silence.
I honestly
Weirdo.
fall asleep listening to the police scanner, so
The police scanner?
yeah, I need like that frequency because it shuts my brain off.
Oh. I have to watch a movie when I fall asleep.
Sure.
And I feel bad because like my kids, like my son's been like wanting to sleep on the floor in our room lately, and Vesper's still kind of unfortunately sleeping in our bed, or not sleeping, either way. So I feel bad for them because I always have to pick the movie because they'll want to watch something like I can't fall asleep to that.
You don't want to watch like Encanto for the 7th millionth time.
Luckily, I've never seen that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, it's not bad.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad against it, but no, they'll want to watch fucking Vesper's all about Fancy Nancy right now.
What is a fancy Nancy?
Don't ask.
We're veering, but
No, I know. It's this show where everything's
fancy.
fancy apparently, and Vesper wants to then play Fancy Nancy, and it's
You're
literally
like, we don't have the money for fancy.
yeah, it's literally her just calling everything fancy.
You're just Nancy.
Yeah,
You're not fancy.
not at all. I'm just Nancy.
Okay.
Anyway,
redirect.
so I have to pick a movie that I can fall asleep to, and it's usually something I've seen a lot
Sure.
because I can shut my brain off per
Sure.
se. So, anyways, redirect.
Redirect.
Sorry.
Okay, so this popular theory came from the author Donnie Icar, and his book, the 2013 book Dead Mountain. And I actually got a lot of my information from that book as well as the Dyatlov
Right.
So it would be like a perfect storm of wind conditions. It produced a powerful infrasound that drove the hikers into an irrational terror. So, so the concept is called Carman Vortex Street.
Carman Vortex Street
Yes,
sounds like a location.
it's not,
I
or
know.
like a club. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a pattern of spinning air vortices that can sometimes form when wind hits an obstacle like a mountain peak.
Sure.
Okay. So ICAR suggests that as strong winds swept over the dome of the mountain, they could have generated these vortices, which in turn emanated a low frequency hum.
That is not usually heard by humans.
Correct.
It's you
too
said
low.
Below 20 hertz.
Yes.
Right.
So this subaudible hum might have been like the earth itself groaning.
It's like, "Ugh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get up."
Have you ever seen those videos of like a really incredible, powerful mic, and they'll put it on a tree, and the tree is literally groaning? It would be like that.
I've never seen that in my life. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a
like
thing.
you can hear the sound mushrooms make,
Yeah.
and trees communicate it. You can hear the sound of a planet spinning if you really want to.
Well, the trees communicate because they're ents. They've been alive for thousands of years. Thank you, Lord of the Rings.
And they really
Treebeard.
they really deliver. So I mean,
All right, fair enough.
Okay, so these hikers wouldn't have heard anything, but their bodies might have reacted.
Sure.
so just a question,
yeah.
right? And I know we're gonna get there, but if it is like the ground groaning,
Yeah.
right? I feel like that could be a setup for, oh fuck, we gotta move. There's about to be an avalanche.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Oh,
again,
for-
combination of
For
theories.
sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I can argue anything.
So infrasound at certain frequencies has been documented to cause feelings of unease and panic,
Okay.
and they sometimes call it the fear frequency.
The fear frequency.
It can vibrate the tiny the tiny hairs in your ears.
The tiny ears.
My mind instantly went to cat ears. When you
My
said
mind
that.
went to the tiny hands.
Oh, no.
Tiny ears.
Adonis.
Okay, that's enough.
It's Kristen Wiig on SNL.
I know.
Adonis. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
So it can create vibrations on these tiny hairs in the inner ear, and it messes with the vestibular system, then creating orientation and discomfort essentially. So under this theory, late at night the winds start like an eerie Dead Mountain song. The campers are suddenly hit with a wave of dread coming out of nowhere. Perhaps they might have started feeling dizzy or nauseous, and in a collective panic, they're like, "We got to get out of this tent ASAP."
Right. Yeah.
So they might have believed an avalanche was coming from the ground,
Right.
Yeah.
which could have also explained their confusion. I'm petting my cat Penny. If you were seeing this on TV or on YouTube, sorry.
On the television.
Yeah, she wants all the pets.
She's like, "Ma,
She was just over here.
I know.
You can come back.
It's amazing how much she can walk.
Can you
right.
come back?"
Penny. Okay. So, this theory gained some respectability because it doesn't require like conspiracies. It doesn't require.
Aliens or Yetis.
Yes, exactly. So, lab experiments have shown low frequency sound can induce anxiety in humans. The U.S. military even researched infrasound as a non-lethal weapon for crowd control.
Yep.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Have you heard like a really, really low note on an organ, like an pipe organ?
Yeah.
It would be like that, only all over and even
That
lower.
explains how I feel when I
know,
go in a
just
church.
Like, ugh.
Feel dirty.
Dread and panic.
So just after dawn, on February 15th, 2013,
So almost 2 weeks later.
at 9:20 local time, a 12,000-ton meteor exploded in the sky over the Ural Mountains. It's approximately 120 miles of 120 miles south of Yekaterinburg.
Of where?
Yekaterinburg?
You know.
Oh,
Yekaterinburg.
It's a big city. If people in Russia are listening, they know where it is. NASA scientists estimated its diameter to have been 55 feet. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
55 feet diameter.
Okay.
Making it the largest meteor to hit Earth's atmosphere in over a century, and resulted in an explosion that flattened 800 square miles of forest in central Siberia, with a blast several hundred times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Hiroshima or Hiroshima?
I've heard both ways.
I know.
Tomato.
What followed next was infrasound waves. The explosion generated massive infrasound waves detected by infrasound sensors all over the world.
Right.
Including 47 global stations. The waves circled the Earth multiple times. Some say 3, some say 4 full orbits.
Yeah.
It was the most powerful infrasound ever recorded from a known object.
But this happened like 2 weeks after they died.
This happened in 2013.
Oh.
So
it happened in February. Okay, I did not hear the year.
Yes,
I apologize.
That's okay. It happened in February 2013. There are YouTube videos. I'm going to link them in our show notes. But you can actually see this meteor. You can't really tell that there's infrasound, but the meteor, it's really interesting. You hear this big boom.
Yeah, don't hit that.
Yeah. Much like, we were talking about earlier. Right?
So what
like certain areas are more susceptible to weird shit happening than others.
But
sorry,
I put that in there because
it's just like, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I put that in there because infrasound has been detected and it has happened before.
Yeah.
So it's possible it happened back in 1959.
Oh,
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Because I'm like, what is this? Yeah, cool. 2013.
All right.
Glad we know what happened. I don't know.
So the problem with this
54 years
Back
later.
to the Future.
Yeah, right.
The problem with this theory is it can't be proved. It happened way back then. There weren't sensors for it back then.
Sure.
That's really funny because Yetis can't be proved either. Or aliens. Just saying.
Some physicists have questioned the topography of the campsite and the mountain, if infrasound would even occur in that kind of situation. But people also point out that not all 9 hikers would probably react identically the same way to infrasound.
Exactly. Maybe some would. I mean,
and again,
law of averages, but
just to shit on this right away, it doesn't break ribs. It doesn't break a fucking hyoid. Like, it just doesn't. Mm-hmm. It could drive them mad.
Sure.
Have you seen those videos of people reacting to something that's not there in front of their partner or whatever? And they also react the same way?
Yeah.
So even if these people aren't panicking the same way, they see one panicking, they're all going to panic.
True. Yeah.
I guess I have not
Monkey
seen
see, monkey do.
Like, your partner would essentially like, oh shit, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Like, it's like that.
Yeah. Or there's a bee and they all panic and we're like, I don't see the bee, but I'm going to...
Usually one of them trips down the stairs or something too. Like, it's great. I highly recommend.
Okay, so it does not explain internal injuries. For that, you would need something else.
All I know is one thing I've learned over the course of these episodes is that Audra really has a thing for the hyoid.
I do. It's like the most interesting part to me because it's a hard thing to get to
unless you are like strangled.
Yeah,
basically.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it.
Catabatic winds or infrasound panic.
I have to pick one.
Yeah, you picked Yeti and you picked secret weapons, so now you have to pick catabatic winds or infrasound. Which one do you think? Which has more clout? Not which one do you think it is. Which one has more of a possibility?
I guess the winds.
You think the winds?
If I had to pick one of those two, I honestly don't agree with either. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick the winds.
Audra?
I think the sound.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm going to pick the sound because for the reason they might have. I could see it lining up the events, right?
Sure.
They think it's an avalanche. They cut out of the tent. They're like, "Fuck, we gotta move."
Right.
That would explain the various dress. Doesn't explain the radiation and all the other shit.
No, of
but
course
you know,
not.
But I feel like the winds could also, because you could hear the winds coming
True.
out over the mountain. So
Yeah.
I think I would choose the winds.
Yeah.
Because they would be able to hear that and they could panic from that.
yeah, that's true too.
Because, I mean, depending on the ultimate sound of those winds, it could also sound like an avalanche.
Exactly, yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
thing. And that's kind of where I was going with picking the winds as well.
Yeah.
Because I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
100%. But I don't know. Wind can play some funny tricks on your mind with what you hear.
Do we talk about the undressing?
No.
Okay.
So there's something called paradoxical undressing.
Yes.
Paradoxical.
You and I covered that in our children's blizzard of 1888.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, I've heard that before.
So you get so cold from hyperthermia, your body actually makes
Thinks it's warm.
Thinks it's
Yeah.
warm, and
Yeah.
you start to undress.
Right.
And
I
that was
feel
a
like-
theory.
I feel like winds or sound could also start
Accompany
that.
that.
You
Sure.
know,
Okay.
I mean-
if everyone's reacting to everything different, sound wave wise.
Right. Huh. Okay.
I still think that Igor was going to have them all wash their feet. And so they started taking off their shoes and
Again.
some of them their socks by the time something happened and they all left.
Do you think he was standing there like the guy in Dodgeball? Was like, yeah, take
No.
off that sock.
Stop it.
Doing his stomach thing there.
Okay.
Get in there nice and deep like.
We have two final theories that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Potentially more from Audra.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So we're going to talk about a slab avalanche.
Is it a slabalanche?
Yes.
Yeah.
You turn something very unsexy into something sexy. Slabalanche.
So slab avalanche was really sexy.
No,
slab-
it's unsexy.
Oh, okay.
But
Slabalanche
slabalanche.
is-
Oh yeah, slabalanche. Yeah, that's different.
Anywho,
Okay.
It's like, wait, which one's the sexy one?
neither of them are. If you have to ask that
Yeah,
question,
I guess.
Okay, so the Dyatlov hikers, they
All
carved
9
out.
of them.
They carved out a pad of snow to lay their tent on.
Yes.
Remember, this is a
Yep.
slope
Correct.
that they're on, a 22 to 30 degree slope, depending
I thought
on
it
where
was
you read it.
30. Yeah.
So they had to carve out a flat slab of snow.
So their tent wouldn't be on a fucking angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was suggested that a slab avalanche came from what was like on top of them, essentially.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
So
I know. Okay. I don't know what your next one is, and that's fine. But like, I understand that like a big thing is avalanche is a very big theory for these people. Mm-hmm. But that just seems a little like not exactly right. But again,
Well-
go into more detail, I guess. And
Yes.
We'll decide.
Yeah, then I'll shit on it. Go ahead.
okay,
Yeah.
so let's say katabatic winds blew additional snow down the slope.
Okay.
Sure.
A slab of compacted snow, maybe the size of like a small SUV, like my car, Eileen. Eileen has no giddy up and go. That's why we call her "Come on, Eileen." The song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I was
Small
thinking of no
SUV.
arm, no leg jokes, but it's just me.
Small SUV. Okay. This slab of compacted snow would break loose and then slam into the tent. It would not bury them.
Only partially.
It wouldn't wipe them out, but it was enough to trigger a panicked response.
Right.
Okay. Here's where things get a little interesting.
I hope so.
In 2021,
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, this is still like,
Oh yeah.
Broad spectrum.
oh
yes.
my gosh, it's going on for eons, right?
Or 50.
Scientists from EPFL,
EPFL.
it's Swiss. So here we go.
Do it. Let's hear how she
École
butchers this.
Polytechnic Federale de Louisiana. EPFL
Got it.
It is a
Nailed it.
Swiss university known for top-tier engineering and physics research.
Yep.
And the ETH Zurich,
What's ETH mean?
Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Zurich.
How do you get ETH out of that?
It's Swiss. I just translated it for you. Anyway, Einstein went there enough, apparently. So anyway,
Interesting.
this guy named Johann Guam was a snow dynamics expert.
What was his name?
Johann Guam? Johann Guam?
Guy.
Kayum.
Okay.
He was a snow dynamics expert, and he studied with winter hazards. He wanted.
Why would he start that? That sounds
Studied.
terrible.
He studied it. God damn it.
Okay.
He wanted to test whether a small avalanche could explain the hiker's injuries.
A Slabalanche?
So he was intrigued by the broken ribs and skull, the minimal soft tissue damage, no external bruising really, crushed without being bruised, essentially.
Sure.
Very weird. So turns out Disney animation team built
I heard that. Yeah.
an incredibly accurate snow simulation software
For Frozen.
for Frozen, for
Yes.
the movie Frozen.
Yes.
And this Johann guy collaborated with the developers
Yes.
and borrowed their code.
I think that was it. They talked about this in that one you sent me to
Oh,
listen
okay.
to. I do believe. That's why I know this, because why else would I fucking
You're
know
right,
this?
right.
Yeah. So the Frozen inspired physics engine simulated the snowpack pressure, slope angles, and how a hard snow slab the size of about a mattress would hit a body lying on skis. So a compact snow slab triggered hours after the hikers cut into the slope could create the same internal injuries as seen on the Dyatlov autopsies.
Why?
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Okay, can I ask a little question before you call bullshit?
Yeah.
Why on skis? They weren't on skis.
They were laying on the ski poles, so they weren't laying directly in the snow, is my understanding.
Wait, who was laying on the ski poles?
All of them.
Why were they laying on ski poles?
So they weren't laying in the snow.
In their tent?
Yeah.
I'm so
It
fucking
was-
confused right now.
It was essentially to
Is that a theory?
be up off the ground instead of directly on it.
Right, which I can understand that. But
I never heard that they would be on ski poles, but
Sneeples?
sneeples.
I guess, okay. We're talking like the ski poles.
Yeah.
How would you lay on those?
I don't think it's like a flat bed of ski poles. I think
Right.
it's like spaced out, kind of gives you your own lane to sleep in so you don't get foot to face exactly.
Unless your
Maybe.
Igor's like, yeah, get in there.
I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
wind them up all foot to foot so you could just tickle them right down the
Yeah,
line
he's
or
like,
something.
Line up, I got my feather ready.
Okay, so a
Fucking
compact
weirdo.
a compact snow slab triggered hours after the hikers cut into the slope could create the same internal injuries found on the bodies. It didn't need to be a full avalanche, just a delayed slab collapse.
Sure.
Okay, it would be like hitting with like an ice Prius or something, a slow moving car.
As I say, an ice Prius, is that
You
like,
wouldn't hear it coming if it's under 35 miles
But
an hour.
this helps explain.
reminds me of The Office. He's driving up on Dwight.
So this helps explain why the tent was slashed from the inside, why they fled without proper clothing, why some injuries looked like more of a car accident, and why no large avalanche debris was found. So, critics have said that the area wasn't steep enough for an avalanche.
Yeah.
While the visible surface slope was only about 15 degrees, the underlying terrain was closer to 20 degrees. So that's probably why there's a weird thing between the 22 degrees and 30 degrees, depending on what you read.
Yeah.
Right.
So strong winds couldn't have erased any debris, leaving the tent half covered in snow but still standing.
Okay.
There's also the timing. Hikers set up camp in the evening, but the incident didn't happen until hours later.
Okay.
And at this time they didn't have enough time to like put on their shoes.
And or partial socks. Mm-hmm. They had time to put on some, but not all.
Yeah. So skeptics point to the lack of full tent burial.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like the ski poles that were standing straight up.
Yeah.
That's why I was also confused that they were sleeping on their ski poles, apparently.
Yeah.
But yet their ski poles
Yeah.
are standing straight up. So
Yeah.
I'm really confused
Yeah, I
on the
don't
whole
know that
aspect
part.
of it, because they said they found them fucking sticking in the ground. Because if an avalanche came, I don't care how fucking good you got that ski pole in there, an avalanche is going to push that fucking over.
Yeah.
There were other weird things that completely shit on the avalanche theory, right? So something I was listening to earlier to
Yeah.
refresh myself on the theories
Yeah.
kind of cites that they found essentially a frozen carafe, I think they call it, of cocoa.
Yep.
So an
Inside the
avalanche
tent.
comes, right? Oh shit, we got to get out. That's a pretty hurried situation
Yeah.
if there's 7 people in the tent, because 2 have gone out to pee, right?
Correct.
So there's 7 people in the tent. You're cutting your way out
Yeah.
quickly, throwing on whatever you can get your hands on quick.
Yep.
But the avalanche nor people don't knock over a carafe of cocoa.
And or
So
wasn't it Igor's camera or whatever was like in a pocket and stuff? Was it Igor's? No, I might be mixing it up. Doesn't matter.
There's so many people.
It was a Yuri.
A lot of Yuri's. I think it was Igor's. I could be wrong, but it was like almost in a pocket thing. Like a lot of things, like because I had just heard something, and it probably was from that podcast you sent me, that like just not that long ago, within the last 5-10 years, whatever it was,
Yeah.
they came out with more definitive proof that it probably was an avalanche.
You know.
But how is this shit standing up straight? How is the whole fucking tent not covered?
Here's my other problem with the avalanche theory.
Yeah.
And this is just the slab avalanche, because
Oh,
we're actually
correct.
going to get into
Okay.
a classic
All right.
avalanche too.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Well, either fucking version of the avalanche.
Yeah.
This girl had a fucking rib through her heart. You are not getting a rib through your heart and still like trying to get away.
No.
Like that something happens, your time to death is pretty quick. I would imagine.
Anything going through your heart, you're gonna die pretty fucking fast.
Yeah. So,
So let's think of it this way.
okay.
This theory, the slab avalanche or the classic avalanche, which we'll get into, it's about why they left their tent so quickly.
Okay.
Right.
Their injuries could have been from climbing the trees. It could have been falling
Okay.
into the ravine.
Correct.
Cool.
This is just
Yeah.
No, I
these
get,
ones specifically are
Yeah.
about how
'Cause,
why
like,
they left the
okay.
tent.
honestly, an avalanche makes the most fucking sense for why they left so fucking
Sure.
fast. Like in rational
Yeah.
thinking, why the fuck would I be leaving this tent so fast? Because there's fucking snow coming down the mountain on top of us. But why wasn't the tent fully covered?
Yeah.
Avalanche or presumed avalanche.
Or in
Yeah.
a slabalanche or a regular avalanche?
Yeah. Okay.
One of them would have covered the fucking tent fully, not just
Absolutely.
partially.
Okay, so let's go on to the classic avalanche theory.
Yes.
Okay. So, snow roaring down the mountain. Have you seen videos of actual avalanches?
Yes. Yeah.
They are massive.
They're fucking
Yeah.
wild.
massive.
And that's my point, is like, I've seen videos of these.
It's like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Just,
Basically, it takes trees down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I have a really hard fucking time believing this, that why was the tent only like partially
covered.
or the carafe was still standing up frozen?
And we've
Or
established these mountains in perspective are not
that steep.
that high.
No.
Right?
Not that
So,
high and not that steep. 30 degrees, don't get me wrong, is pretty fucking steep
You know,
in the normal fucking world of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But on a mountain, not as much, whereas some are steeper. Could that avalanche happen on that? Of course, obviously. But I don't know.
but they're also in a bald spot, right? So that's
Correct.
even more speaking to the
and
fact
there's no
that,
visible avalanche debris.
yeah,
There's nothing like that.
there
And-
isn't like a tree through the middle of it.
and their ski poles are still standing upright, and the tent's not fully covered.
And the hot chocolate's still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Carafe.
The carafe.
Textbook carafe.
So,
Textbook carafe.
if it was an avalanche, they're thinking it was more of a local collapse, not essentially coming from the top of the mountain and like snowballing forward.
Snowballing. I like the wordplay.
But the classical avalanche doesn't fit all the facts that we know about this case.
Right.
So, which one do you think has more clout? Slabalanche or classic avalanche?
I would go with Slabalanche.
Reluctantly Slabalanche.
I would say
Reluctant.
Slabalanche.
I just also like the name because I came up with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, there is a red herring that I did not mention. The guy named Rempel.
Like Rumpelstiltskin.
Close.
So, I'll have to go back and find.
Didn't you mention Rempel?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Let me.
Can I shit on avalanches just a little bit more?
Take a giant deuce.
I also don't like I don't like the avalanche theory. It's probably the most probable, but I think that's why I dislike it the most.
Because
again,
probable?
They're not. Yeah, it is too probable.
Yeah. No, right.
It's like you don't survive or get stirred from your tent because you think there's an avalanche or there is an avalanche.
No, you
and
get
quick
covered.
Take out your pad and paper, like, to communicate anything, right?
Take your camera
No.
with you.
Yeah.
Or even start putting on socks
Yeah.
and only get halfway there, or one person's wearing one boot or whatever the fuck it was.
Plus, again, these are not new, inexperienced hikers. They
Correct.
know what to do
In
if
case
there's an avalanche.
Yeah.
Like, they had to have, I believe, some kind of emergency plan should they run into something like this while
Right.
they're out there. That was part of applying to do this category
training, yeah.
3 shit.
Right, exactly.
So,
I can't even imagine.
just to shit on it more.
Well, no, and that's fine because like I can't even imagine like, you know, oh, you got your category 2. Should I know something about avalanches? Nah, that's a category
nah,
3
you're
thing.
fine.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So it's not like they
You'll
didn't
learn.
probably learn about it prior to this. So,
Right.
like, again, I'm no fucking expert at anything.
But they also, right, because they've researched this within the last 7 years, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
And came out with, it was definitely an avalanche.
And that's what they were saying in that one. Yes.
But that just doesn't, no.
That don't jive with me.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if a slab avalanche or classic or no matter how they got out of the tent or why they got out of the tent, one of my biggest questions is, why did they not stay in the snowpack den that the 4 created?
Yeah.
They
Correct.
were found in a ravine.
Yeah.
Well, they did say that there was running water underneath that could have collapsed the base or whatever that would have made them fall.
But it didn't collapse the
It did
base
not.
and run them
Right.
downstream.
So there is
Exactly. That's weird.
There's picture evidence of this den, and
Yeah.
the branches
No,
at the base
we had
are
that in
there.
there. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
intact.
Right. No, I get that. So that's why
So it
I'm like,
wouldn't have
that
bottomed
seems
out.
weird. I think it's aliens.
Okay, Rempel.
Rumpelstiltskin.
So
yeah.
when they were in the town Vizay, Ivan Rempel, who was a forester,
That's the one who told him not to go?
he warned the hikers not to go.
So what did he know?
Exactly.
Interesting.
So I bring this up because in Zina Kolmogorova's diary,
Yes.
the very last entry had one word:
Rempel.
Rempel.
So,
Could you imagine if she said it 3 times, what would have happened? Fuck.
don't do it right now.
Seriously,
Rempel,
why?
Rempel. Fuck.
But, so, right, it kind of, again, combines theories.
Yes.
If there is some kind of meddling, if they do feel like they're being followed, why are you just going to reflect on fucking Rempel several days later?
And
You
why?
know?
And why would you only write Rempel?
Rempel.
It just doesn't make sense.
Like, if you're being followed, if you feel that he's out there,
Right.
something like that,
Or
you're going to write Rempel's fucking following us.
or you could
Ran in with Rempel again.
Yeah.
or she could have started to write Rempel warned us.
Also,
yeah,
you
it
don't
could have been
know.
something
Kurt,
as simple
yeah.
as that too.
Yeah, honestly, Just because she wrote Rempel doesn't mean it was bad. It could have been, well,
Maybe it was.
that
So
fucker was right.
I write a lot of notes to remind myself of something later. So maybe she wrote down Rempel to later tell him about what they experienced on the mountain. About this is a really dangerous pass or whatever, because he said it was.
No,
Could
it's
be.
named after us.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
February 2019. 60 years.
Yeah.
The decision was made by the Russia's Prosecutor General's office to reopen the Dyatlov incident case.
So there was enough time passed where they got the other shit out?
Yeah.
Since they just abruptly closed it? Fuckers.
Yep. Enough time for it to not be radioactive anymore.
So the Russian government wanted to put the mystery to rest, boost public trust because
Because they're, Russia.
they wanted to be transparent, finally.
Sure.
And they wanted to reframe the tragedy as a natural accident and not a government cover-up.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're going to say that, though.
Yeah.
Any government cover-up would fucking say that.
Yeah, exactly.
So out of all the theories, the new investigation only reconsidered 3 of them.
Which are
Avalanche.
aliens, Yeti, and avalanche.
Avalanche, Slabalanche,
Yes.
and catabatic winds.
I
Okay,
think-
just to shit on avalanches a little bit more, though. I'm sorry. I never get sick of shitting on avalanches.
I have never heard someone shit on avalanches as much as I have today.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
This area, from all the research, everything I've ever read on it, even the Mansi have said not prone to avalanches.
Yeah.
Right.
It has, maybe it happened there, but it's never been documented.
Right. I mean, is it technically possible?
Everything's possible.
Sure.
I wasn't there, but I'm just
I
saying.
wasn't there.
If no one's ever right, this was like a place that obviously other people were hiking. It's not like these are the first and only people to have ever been in this area, right?
Right.
Someone probably would have seen or heard of an avalanche, right?
Yeah.
There's indigenous people out there that were very, from my understanding, cooperative
Very
with
cooperative.
investigation.
Yeah.
They weren't a violent people.
Or standoffish or anything. Yeah.
So they were very forthcoming with everything they knew. They helped with the search. They did
Right.
all the things like they should.
Sure.
And I feel like, they're living out there.
They would know.
They would be like, fuck, it was probably an avalanche. It happens here all the time.
Right.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay, I'm done shitting
So-
on avalanches.
That's okay.
They reanalyzed the
For now.
terrain, weather patterns, and snow load stability. They re-examined all the evidence. They re-interviewed local officials and those those having survived all this time. They brought in avalanche specialists and forensic experts. And they reanalyzed weather conditions from February 1st to 2nd in 1959 by modern modeling tools. Don't know what that means. However, the official conclusion in July of 2019, it was a slabalanche.
So, any government that's trying to cover something up is obviously going to say what you had said before, which is, they're going to come up with this and be like, well, clearly that's what it is. I'm not saying the government covered it up, but a government trying to cover something up would fucking say that.
They're going to find something that is plausible, something that could happen.
Yes.
And they're going to dig their heels in, right?
Right.
They're never going to admit to a cover up. They're never
No,
going to admit a fault or that they were doing some kind of testing, something like that.
Right.
They're going to be like,
'Cause that's
fucking avalanche,
Top
man.
secret shit. They're not going to give out that
Exactly.
information. Even 60 years fucking later, they're not going to give out that information. No, I mean, look at our government has shit that we don't know about. That's who knows how fucking old and whatever. So it's like, you think the Russians are going to give up fucking information about what they were doing? Fuck no. So again, I'm not saying that's what it is, but also I'm not saying that's not a possibility that they're just covering up more shit to make them. And they came up with this oh, no, we've definitively decided it was a slabalanche. And I do believe that's the title of this episode.
Slabalanche.
So, if you had to decide between the catabatic winds and the slabalanche,
To me, I'd still have to probably pick Slabalanche because it is the most like logical in my
It
brain.
is.
I'm not saying I am 100% on it, and I mean I've heard enough shitting on avalanches today to
Avalanche
make
is
me-
not my choice.
No, and I.
What is
I
your
would've-
choice?
I would have never guessed that, Audra.
Firmly not avalanches. Between the two, I'm going to go winds.
Sure, okay.
I think
Which I could, but I
Yeah.
could also see
I
that
could see
too.
that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I really could.
wind sound, I'm kind of like a combination wind sound,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, I get that. My biggest problem with the Slabalanche and or avalanche is like the lack of covering up the entire tent.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
And the cocoa still being upright and the poles being upright.
Yeah, exactly. Because like there's such force from avalanches, whether it's a Slabalanche or a fucking traditional avalanche. I don't, like I said, I don't care. You would have to have that fucking pole in
Yeah.
100 feet to stand straight up still.
Yeah.
That would have fucking fallen over.
You would think so.
The tent would have been more covered except for the one fucking end of it. And so that to me just is like,
Also, there was that flashlight on top of the snow
Yes,
that's another thing
that
too.
didn't have any snow on top of that, which means
Yeah.
it was
Which-
blown off,
The snow could have been blown off,
but the
wa-
avalanche would have covered that shit.
it,
Yeah.
not even covered it. It would have knocked it off.
Potentially, yeah.
There's no way in my brain that flashlight wouldn't have fell off by getting fucking hit by a bunch of moving snow.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been found right in the area.
Yeah.
It would be
Or-
way down.
Or Igor's, was it camera? I don't know. It was like in that pocket thing. I'm drawing a blank on what the fuck it was right now. But like all that shit would have been just more disrupted to me if it wasn't a Slabalanche, a traditional avalanche, whatever. So that just, it makes sense, but it also makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like there's too many inconsistencies. And again, I'm not any fucking expert by a stretch of the imagination.
No.
But like, I've seen enough movies,
Yeah.
avalanches.
We've seen Frozen.
Yeah.
Well, and they used their model. Or like when, James Bond was in and he had that fucking ball go around him. And then he's like, hey, let's make out because we're in a fucking James Bond.
Which episode or which movie is that?
Was it World Is Not Enough, I think? Yeah.
Die Another Day with Halle Berry.
Was it Die Another Day? I always get those mixed up a little bit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I think it was World Is Not Enough because it was the... fuck. Now I'll have to figure that out. It's one of those two. It's a Pierce Brosnan one nonetheless.
Let's
So
Die Another Day.
Well,
it might be, yeah.
regardless,
I don't know shit about 007. So.
I fucking love James Bond.
regardless,
Ava Green. Oh.
I don't think we've solved anything.
Well, here's the funny thing. Neither have they.
They think they have.
They
You do have a point.
They say they have.
Yeah.
yeah.
They say they have.
Yeah.
Which makes they want you to think they have. I don't agree that they've actually uncovered what the fuck happened.
Okay.
Nobody's going to ever know what happened to these 9 fucking people.
So let's work this out. There's an avalanche. What happens from there? Just spitballing.
Right.
What happens from there that leads to
Radiation.
The injuries.
Oh, yeah. That too. Right. Fucking hyoid, man. Avalanches
I
don't
wasn't even
choke.
going to say the hyoid. I was going to say, like, if there's an avalanche.
Who had the hyoid? Because I
Yeah,
didn't read
who-
that anywhere.
Dibinia?
And
Dubinina?
she was
Dubinina?
one of the
Suck
4
at
in the
pronunciation.
ravine.
That sounds right.
I can't remember. Now I'm drawing a blank.
That's okay.
But it doesn't explain any type of combat wounds, right?
No, like the
The fist.
punching, yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
explain any of that.
fighting a Yeti would.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm going to look up. Did someone break a hyoid?
Who has a broken hyoid?
In the Dyatlov
Yeah.
incident. I
Yeah.
would definitely specify that.
Yeah, because like I said, I've not heard that.
No.
I feel like it's one of those things that you just read conflicting information on too.
Right. No, for sure.
Was she the one
Because
that had
the documentation of the injuries was shit, right?
Oh, 100%.
All of the medical exams
It was
and-
so shit.
When you were found and
All the stuff that they fucking left out.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. It's like, this is not an actual fucking investigation because
And
you're
still-
leaving shit out.
we don't even know if the things that are in there are correct or not.
Well,
you
because
know?
they could have altered it
Yeah.
just to benefit whoever
Exactly.
was covering shit up, or whatever scenario you want to come up with. When was that one? What was that one guy who he like found this but completely omited it? Didn't even put it in. It's like
the lead investigator.
yeah. What,
Okay.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Ludmilla,
Ludmilla had the
and
broken
it
hand.
wasn't her hyoid bone, like
se.
the whole thing. It was
Okay.
the little horns that come off of it. Those were snapped.
So what does that mean?
It could have been just regular trauma, not like not strangulation or anything like that.
I don't know.
I feel like I've always read. This is where the conflicting information comes in. I've always read it was a hyoid.
Either way. I don't know. I just feel like we're never going to fully know. It's always going
So
to be.
how close are the horns to the actual hyoid?
I'll show you a picture here.
Okay. Okay. So still something like it's questionable.
It's questionable.
All right.
I think it was aliens.
But yeah, it was in the Dyatlov.com
Website.
website, and I just hadn't read that part.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Holy smokes!
Holy shit. Yeah, are we done?
Yeah.
Because I got to pee now.
Thanks for.
One more.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, shit.
One more.
What do you got?
Okay. So this is the only thing that I've read that I believe explains the combat
Wounds?
The hand wounds.
style injuries.
Yeah.
Remember way back in the beginning where we were talking about everybody, introducing them all. They've all been friends. They're a respectable group of people. And we figure out that Zenaida and Dyatlov are maybe in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but she is the one that has had multiple relationships
With multiple
people
people.
generally liked her.
Yeah.
She's an attractive gal.
I think she
Yeah.
dated one other person in the group,
Okay.
but they remained friends.
Yes.
So
I think that's what it was.
then there's this also cigarette. You might have quit, but someone smuggled some in because
Yeah.
they just weren't as committed kind of thing.
Yeah.
So some of the theories that I've read have gone into explaining the combat style injuries might have been a result of them fighting with each other.
Over Zenaida.
Over Zenaida, over someone not following the rules,
Sure. With the smokes.
something like that.
I figured that as well.
Yeah.
Something to deal with Zenaida.
Yeah.
But
And it's
Yeah.
not like a popular
No.
one, but like, how do you explain hand-to-hand combat
It's
injuries?
the only thing that kind of explains that.
Yeah.
That at least that we've gone over, of course, because it's like it's not like they went out and fought a fucking avalanche.
Right. They weren't punching their way out of the snow.
No.
Obviously.
I mean, if you hit ice, you can fuck up your hand, but
Absolutely.
you know, not just
that seems
snow.
like a good theory.
It seems
You
more
get-
rationale
Yeah.
because it's also rooted in not ridiculousness like
There
aliens.
are broken ski poles that are found too.
Yes.
I believe. That's
I thought you mentioned that.
I don't remember.
so that could explain some of the internal ish injuries.
Sure.
The part that gets me with the internal injuries, right? This is a group of friends. They're not like new to each other with the
Yeah.
exception of one.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong again, but I don't believe he had any internal injuries. So, in the
don't-
sense of like a brawl situation,
Right.
maybe he was the winner of the brawl.
I mean, that's very.
Was that?
'Cause
Yeah,
that-
that was Zolotaryov. Let me see what his injuries
Simeon,
were.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we had his.
He had the cracked ribs on one side.
There it
Okay.
is, yeah.
So, well, they could have worked together and fucked him up. I don't know. I'm
mean,
just saying,
and he
a
also
fight
had the-
between them is not.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Plus,
His-
add in, tensions are probably running high. You're kind of losing your mind and thinking you're going to die.
Yeah.
I can imagine getting a little frustrated even with my friends in that situation.
Yeah.
You know?
So Zolotaryov also had missing eyebrows and missing eyeballs.
Okay.
And he had also 3 fractures of the scapula. So, I mean,
Okay.
he got a little fucked up too.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I think they fell into the ravine,
Yeah.
and that's how they got those injuries.
Like fell out of a tree into the ravine, or
no, I think maybe they were thinking that they were on solid ground, and they weren't.
okay.
that's very possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
After leaving the den, they thought they were, and then
Yeah. I don't know why they would leave the den.
well, because maybe they thought it was safe at
But
that
it
point.
could have been at that point too, where we don't know where the paradoxical undressing could have started.
That's also
at that
true.
point,
yeah.
they could have been so disoriented and
Yeah.
just desperate that
Right.
they're like, "Fuck it, we're getting out of here."
No,
But
that's
do you think
true.
that they would have known about that phenomenon?
They probably
Well, no.
wouldn't have.
You don't
I'm
think
sure.
so?
I don't think so.
Nah, well, maybe because I mean, it's not like it's
The
probably
results
the
of hypothermia, this is
Yeah.
what it does to you?
it's probably not like the first documented case of paradoxical undressing, you know. So
Yeah.
I would imagine,
You would think
as
not.
seasoned professionals out there.
Yeah. Well, shit, we could honestly talk about this for fucking hours.
Absolutely,
But I don't want to.
it's fine.
But I don't want to.
I've been balls deep in this story for 2 solid months.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So
it's really easy to rabbit hole
It's
on this
so
one.
easy. What are you looking up?
I was trying to see if there was a date for when paradoxical undressing was like kind of discovered, if you will.
Yeah.
But
Not finding anything.
like the only thing that I see is like some science thing in '79. It doesn't say not something that was discovered. I'm like, I get that, but when was it first fucking documented? Is I guess what I meant.
Yeah.
But let's see if it's because I'm kind of curious now because I feel like they wouldn't.
They might not have had a name for it, but
Right.
I would imagine they knew the effects of hypothermia.
I would imagine.
Paradoxical undressing, the phenomenon where individuals suffering from hypothermia remove their clothes due to a mistaken feeling of warmth, was first documented in the medical literature between 1978 and 1994.
Okay.
So whether that's right or not, I don't know, but it's more than likely that they did not know about that phenomenon in 1959. It's very possible. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
But, anywho.
Well, Audra, thank you for being with us.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
having me.
You added
This
a great
was-
element for us.
This was fun.
Thanks for letting me
and,
shit on avalanches.
Hey, just like I like to shit
We're
on
there.
aliens.
We're there
so-
for you.
Fair.
And that's not just because they anal probed me. But, anyways,
Welp.
I suppose. All right, buffoons, that's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate, music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.